Hey, what's up, you guys? I'm with Joseph Pinwell. He's not from here, so you don't see him every week. Anyways, this is a deck profile. What deck be this?
Spellbooks.
Alright, this will be cool. Let's hop in.
First of all, we have Priestess. I saw a couple of builds that just popped over in Europe that run only Kaiko and no Priestess. That's dumb. Yeah, she opens up so many good plays. She's really good, really easy to get out. Just a really good card in general. 3 Magicians. Sets up your Judgment Day combos. Really just built walking secrets, and he's really good. He might have a little attack, but with secrets and a power and master, he's just really good. I hate monster effects like rabbit. I really don't like Ophium being on the field. So if I can stop a rabbit and I can just run it over later, it's good. So there's no point in worrying about that anymore. 2 Justice. It's the final piece of the Judgment combo. Gets me my High Priestess and my Judgment for the next turn. It's just really good. Good 1600 attack. Really good with power. Runs over pretty much everything. So. Breaker. I don't run MST in my build. I think back row is pretty much gone at this point in the meta against the really strong decks. Like Spellbooks, they only run Fate, and Dragons don't really run anything. So I think Breaker is really good 1900 beater, and if I have to go against something with Spell Traps, I just break it with Breaker. 2 Trag. Always have Hand Presence. It's a really good strong card. Don't really explain. I run 1 Presence Magician. If I don't have all the pieces I need for my first turn plays, I'll set her, and when she dies, I'll be able to get the Magician. And if I have Breaker on the field and I need to destroy something, I'll just summon it, and then give the counter to Breaker to break something in the back. I run Jalgan. Jalgan's really good if I don't have any more Justice in the deck. He's really good against like E-Dragons. I'll summon it, and they can't do anything, they run it over, and they'll usually run into Fate, so they can't really do anything about that. I don't know how I feel about Tsukiyomi yet. I'm usually using her for Magician to reset to get more Spellbooks, but she's not doing too bad so far. I can just book an Ophium, punch it. Same thing with Draco Sack. I don't really have to worry about it. I'll just get rid of it. So it's not bad. That's all I got for monsters. Spells, 3 Secrets, Smart Searcher. It's really good. I run 3 Judgment. I want to get this card in my hand as fast as possible, so I always make sure I run 3. It's really essential to get those first turn plays to set up for the next turn. I just like to having lots of control on the board, and this gives it to me. So why wouldn't I run 3? I run 3 Fate. I don't run any traps in this deck, so Fate's really good. He has so many different options. It could be like it's really good. It's pretty much running 9 traps in 1, and I can recycle it, so I always get it. Master's really good. He copies any normal Spellbooks, so I get to use my secrets again. I can use power, eternity if I need to get it, so that's really good. 2 Tower. I see a lot of people running 1. I don't really like 1 because I want to make sure I always have 1 on the field. So that's why I run 2. I want to activate mine and then a gate to the Dark World to take it over, and then I don't have an option until I get Eternity or whatever else to put back in my hand. So I just like to run 2. Life's really good. I can keep it in my hand. I can play it later if I need to. It gives me something to reveal with all my Spellbooks. I can life for life if I have to, or I can life for master. It doesn't really matter. And I can play it later, so it's another thing for Spellbook Judgment. Wisdom, he's my Lance. So good. So good. I love running this because it's a quick play. Dark Hole, I don't have to worry about it anymore. I don't have to worry about mind control or anything else that would potentially hurt me that spell trap wise. So that's really good. I run 2 Eternity. Eternity gets me back on my banished Spellbooks with Fate. Because I do run 3 Fate, I'm always going to have something banished. And if I don't have a Judgment, I can banish Judgment that I've used before and Eternity it back to my hand. So it's really good. Power is what lets me search my deck even more. It gives my monsters really big power boost. And if I master the power, it gives 2,000 attack and 2 searches. Even if I headbutt something, I still get the effect, so it's not bad. And I run the Trinity, Monster Reborn, Heavy Storm, Dark Hole. Except for the main deck. Do you want the extra or side? Of course. Okay. I'll do extra deck first. I run 1 Gachi Gachi. I never really make them, but when I do, it's just usually to protect the Priestess so that she don't get ran over by like Abyss Lead or something else. Because I'm still kind of iffy when it comes to Mermails. Like they can come sack really hard, and so it's just I don't know. I usually keep them as an option. Shining Elf is really good. Anything that has to be 2,500 attack or more to beat me. I don't really like this card because it's such low attack, but it's a spellcaster, so it gains all the bonuses from being a spellcaster, so it's just really good. I run a Maze Stroke. Maze Stroke books Ophion, gets over my problems. Really, it's okay attack. It could be better, but it's not too bad. I run Abyss Dweller for Mermails and anything really. If I life and banish a Magician for another Magician, he's a 2200, and Mermails usually can't deal with that. Cowboy, I don't really like him anymore. I've only been able to use him once effectively. I really don't have the 4s main deck to be able to deal with stuff. So I'd rather this big guy, there goes to Phoenix, because I can make it easier, but it's not bad. I've killed somebody with it, so I'm not too upset about it. Big Eye, because Big Eye's really good. Hierophant, if I do end up playing somebody with a lot of back row, this will be pretty much my Harpy's Feather Duster. I usually have 5+ spellbooks engraved, so I really get this off a lot of times. Armory Arm, it's a really good card. I can take other people's level 3s and take it, like, especially if I play like Mermails or E-Dragon deck, I can just like summon Effect Veiler and sync with it, so it's not bad. Canister, because Canister is good. Hyper Librarian, even though people don't really sync on that much, is a spellcaster, a 2400 beater, and he gets over a Canister, which is a problem card usually, and so I can just get her over everything. I run Tempest Magician. It's pretty much for the mirror match. Anybody who runs Star Hall, I don't like them. Because Star Hall, I feel, wastes too many space on the field, and so I'll use this to take away all their spell counters and make them take damage for it. Arcanine Magician, because he's a level 7 spellcaster, so why wouldn't I run him? Black Rose Dragon, oh shit button. He's just there to help me. Crimson Blader against Mermails and E-Dragons and all the things I really care about. Scrap Dragon, because generic level 8. That's all I got for the extra deck. Side deck, I have 2 Max C. It's really good if I go against some road decks like Madolches and they try to do the OTK. I usually draw them at Trags. I played against Madolches and they kept going after a Max Seed. I drew like 10 cards off of it in Trags, so it's really good against them.
Still lost.
I'm running Kaiko. Kaiko's really good against everything right now. Really good against Spellbook of Fate, which is for the mirror match. They can't banish it, destroy it. Really good against E-Dragons. Really good against Rogue play decks, Macro Rabbit, Evil Swarms, Evil Swarm Macro. So it's a really good card. I really like them. 1 MST, so I can go against Macro. If Macro is giving me a problem, because I do need my face to go off, I do side deck the 1 MST. You know, usually if Breaker can't get rid of it, and it's a spell card, so I get pluses off Judgment. Book of Moon's a spell card. It's a really good card. Spell goes with Judgment. It's really good. Dust Tornado. I've seen a couple of people run Macro that also run Prohibition against MSTs and Heavy Storms. People usually forget about this card, and so I run it just because I can get rid of those macros and those Prohibitions can be dead on the field. I don't care about them. Pretty much everything I run is Spellcaster, so I use Rivalry of the Warlords. It gets rid of Mermails, and they can't rabbit into anything, because unless they're running like some kind of weird beast deck, but Rivalry is really good. T-Roar stop OTKs, it's really good. It's if I do run it, I'd only run it at 2. It's really good to stop OTKs, so I'm not really scared about anything. And then I run 3 missions at Yokai. This card has saved my life so many times, it's not even funny. Like, I've played against E-Dragons, and they'll summon out older monsters. And they try to go on the Draco stack, and at the very last second, I'll play this. And then they're stuck with a bunch of 5s on their field. And so they don't have any other choice, because they don't run 5s. So they usually sacrifice them for Light and Darkness right then. And then if I need a power boost, I'll just banish it, or try to banish it, and Lad will stop it, and so it's just like, it's really good. And on top of that, like if I need levels to be certain levels, it works for my monsters as well. And so it helps me along the way for synchroing and for some of the exceeds. So it's just really good. That's all I got.
All right, so just a few quick questions.
Yes, sir.
What do you think of Prophecy? Since there aren't like very many Prophecy players in this area, it's kind of just something
I don't know why people don't run Prophecy. I realize it's a really expensive deck, but it's a really good deck. It has a really good mirror match. It's whoever really gets the
How,
Kaiko.
yeah, how does the mirror match go? What are your thoughts on that?
It's whoever gets Kaiko. I mean, I don't see a lot of people running Kaiko, but, except for that European build that just won over there in, I think, Germany or whatever. They run Kaiko's main decks. I don't like Kaiko's main deck because I don't know what I'm playing against. I don't want to run a dead card. But it stops like Fate and it stops High Priestess from blowing up stuff. So it's really good against the mirror match. E-Dragons.
Yeah, how's that matchup go?
E-Dragons are okay. If they get their Draco sack out first, I have to banish it. I can't get over it. I'm kind of scared of Draco sack, but I can just banish it with face, so I'm not really that scared of it. But when it comes to Light Nars Dragon, I pretty much get shut down. I don't like wasting cards, especially on something I know is going to stay on the field.
Right, so what do you, like, how do you feel about, well, are you going to Nationals then?
No, I'm not. I don't have the money to go, or else I would go, no doubt. I don't have the money to go, or else I'll...
How do you feel about Spellbooks' chances of that then?
I don't really know. It depends on how many E-Dragon players are there and what kind of E-Dragon build they're running. The Kari Curry build is not out yet, so there's going to be a lot of Lad builds. And I'm really afraid of that because I just waste so many cards. And I have to at least waste one spellbook, which could be something very vital to me later on, just to punch it with Priestess. I just don't like doing that. I mean, even if it is a good choice at the time, I prefer to do other things.
Right.
So it really depends on how many E-Dragon decks are there. Mermail's got a really good matchup against.
So mostly dragons.
Yeah, dragons are like my main problem. I just straight up lose to them if they get all their stuff they need. And like I said, they don't run very many traps, and when they do, they're running like Return of a Different Dimension.
Yeah.
And so they can just OTK you out of nowhere, and I don't like that. So.
Alright, well thanks for the deck profile.
No problem.
Remember guys, you can only find great deck profiles like this on Team APS, so thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment, share with your friends, and thanks again for the deck profile.
No problem.